Hey girlies, Miss Katie here with the Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council. Today we are talking about what it means to be responsible for what we say and do. If you haven't already, go on over to our Facebook and check out our watch list of Mary's story. It's a good one. It's all about what it means to be responsible for what you say and do. And I thought having that kind of knowledge of information, we could extend on that and I could give you guys some examples of what that actually means. So for those who need a refresher, Mary's story is all about, again, being responsible for what we say and what we do. In Mary's story in particular, she is asked to decorate some cupcakes. And the baker that she has this assignment from asks her to just make sure that she cleans up after herself once she's done decorating all of her cupcakes. So she successfully does that. She is tempted with the idea of stopping the decoration process and going to eat ice cream with her cousins. So she almost does it, but then she remembers, I have this responsibility. This baker is counting on me, and she declines the offer. So she makes the right choice. So we're just going to kind of take a look at this story and again, reflect on what that means and how we can be responsible for what we say and do in our daily lives. So the three little tidbits of knowledge that it shares in the back is think of a few ways that you can show every day that you're responsible for what you say and do. So this might mean promising to put your toys away or to make your bed and then doing it. So think about something that suits you in your home life, and think about a promise that you can make not only to yourselves but to your family members, because it's just as important to keep promises to ourselves as it is to others. If we break promises that we make to ourselves, it makes us not believe in ourselves, and that can have a really negative impact on how we feel about ourselves overall. So it's super important. It's also important to to keep our promises to others, because if not, we can be deemed as untrustworthy or, just not a good person, which nobody wants to be. So this says the next time you attend a DAISY meeting, ask your adult volunteers if you and your DAISY friends can do something to help. Maybe you can put out the paper and crayons, clean up after snack time, or push your chairs under the table. This is obviously a little different right now because of COVID-19, but it will happen again. So just think of ways that you can help on the back end of things. Maybe your troop leaders need some help virtually with something, so you can ask them what that might look like, how you can support them. Another option that it says is Mary the Marigold. That was our main character. She showed how responsible she was by cleaning up the picnic table and leaving everything the way that she found it. So think of ways that you can show your teacher how responsible you are. Maybe you can keep track of your belongings, throw away your trash, or picking up trash that others have left behind. Again, it's a little weird right now because of COVID-19, but you can still do this. So how can you show your teacher virtually that you're responsible? I would say the biggest example is making sure that you log on every single day, exactly at the time, maybe even a little bit before that you're supposed to be there. Show up looking nice, even though we're at home and you're probably in your jammies. You can, brush your hair and wash your face, and maybe put on a nice shirt and just have jammy bottoms on the bottom. So it can be your little secret. But just being a responsible, person in the sense of taking care of yourself and caring about how that presentation matters to others. I would say, looking back on the things that I've learned in life and what it means to be responsible for what you say and do, that the biggest lesson and tool and trick that I can give you is to own up to any mistake you make. Mistakes are a big part of life. You're gonna make mistakes. That's how we learn about what's good and bad and who we are and what our values are. And I would just always encourage you to never be afraid to admit your faults. I think you will be more responsible and more trustworthy and honored if you own up to your mistakes and just say, hey, I made this mistake. I did this wrong. Here's where my head was at, here's why I did it, here's what I learned. That is a tool that you can take throughout your whole life, and I encourage you to never shy away from that. It can be really difficult to admit when we're wrong, but again, if you want to be responsible to yourself, if you want to build trust within yourself and for others, never be afraid to say, hey, I messed up. So I hope that that helps. So go, like I said, go read Mary's story, take a peek, have some conversations with your teen, and practice being responsible. I'll see you later, you guys. Bye.